Here in the Heartland just a few minutes ago, quite a turnout at the intersection of 48th and Lillian Streets in Bellevue. This is where Kansas City, Missouri police officer James Mulbauer grew up. Well, he tragically died back in February after an alleged drunk driver crashed into his cruiser, killing him, his K-9, and a pedestrian. Bellevue Mayor Rusty Hike helped dedicate Lillian Street in his honor. Our Brian Mastry was at the ceremony just an hour or so ago, and he'll have much more coverage coming up in our evening newscasts.